Hey, some of you have asked for my opinion regarding Donald Trump's comments about the National Football League, and so here is my opinion. Donald Trump should no longer be regarded as President of the United States, but as an evil operative whose only sole purpose is to advance his own political agenda. That's it. Donald Trump is a Machiavellian political operative who has, first of all, achieved power through a means that is allegedly illegal, and then worked to employ the American and world media and social media in a gigantic game of cover-up to keep our focus off how he obtained the office of President of the United States. Of all of the objectives Donald Trump, if you look at his record, has tried to achieve, these are the only two he has succeeded in doing. And the big problem is that President Trump will continue to think of even more dastardly, controversial things to do to maintain this cycle. His latest target has been African Americans, and over the past 3 days, in particular, black athletes representing the National Football League and the National Basketball Association. In doing this, Donald Trump activates this cycle yet again. First, he says something that's controversial. The media and social media that was covering the Russian investigation pick up what he said. That focus causes any latest news about the Russian matter to be ignored or left out of print and replaced by whatever Trump said or did at the moment. Then the media digs deeper on it, and that story is presented to you for conversation. Doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. You're trapped. Meanwhile, Trump continues to think of another method to keep your focus off Russia and the Russian matter, and to activate his political agenda of division. It's a nasty, evil, and anti-American method that must come to a swift end. A swift and legal end. Folks, it's like this. Instead of looking at the bigger picture of cover-up by division, the mainstream media looks only at the story of the moment. And in doing so, it causes two things. First of all, on social media, Trump's supporters crow. The mainstream media, in the idea of reporting fair journalism, talks to them and then makes that group seem a lot bigger than it really is. The GOP in response says very little to attack Trump, thus allowing him to be emboldened to continue what he does. This process is not doing the United States of America any good whatsoever. Presidents from Abraham Lincoln to Barack Obama have in some way united the United States of America when we needed to be united the most. We cannot say that what President Trump is doing is allowed, or for that matter, completely legal, if we have a history of presidents who don't act like that. And we have a vast history of presidents that have brought this country together far more often than President Trump has divided us this one time. We can no longer allow this process to continue at all. We don't know what Trump will do next, and that should concern all of us. Rather than waiting for that moment to occur again, and then again, and then again, we have to acknowledge that this is not supposed to be the role of the President of the United States, and that President Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, must resign for the good of the country immediately.